Hey guys and gals, Jim back here with an update on my diorama for the Rise of Skywalker Red 5 X-Wing that I recently built. Haven't done a video on the finished model or nothing. I'm going to do a complete video once the diorama is done, but back to work on the diorama. Last video, the only video I popped up on this one was right after I poured the two-part epoxy, the clear casting epoxy and all that. I still had the tape on the sides to dam them up and everything, but I since removed that. I polished them up a little bit. You can kind of see some of the underwater detail and everything. Basically what I'm doing is, this is kind of my own creation, but on the box art it shows the X-Wing flying over a canyon with waterway down below. Of course the canyon was a lot deeper and everything, but due to space limitations and stuff when you build models and dioramas, I mean, you know, you can't take up a whole room with one diorama, so I'm kind of condensing it to like you know, a canyon. A lot of scenes in Star Wars you see where the Millennium Falcon, the X-Wings, they're flying over the edge of land over water and stuff. So I'm kind of creating like a little water scene diorama and stuff, like a river or something down in a canyon and stuff, and the X-Wing will be flying over the top over here and stuff. But I got pretty much what I did since the other video. I gave it a coat of Mod Podge, and then what I do to give it a little ripple effect, I just take a drinking straw and kind of blow the Mod Podge while it's, you know, you got to work in little sections at a time, otherwise it dries pretty quick. But you kind of blow it and give it a little ripple effect and stuff. You can kind of see the little ripples and stuff here and there. You know, I'll go over a little bit more once I get going. But today I'm working on a waterfall effect. And basically I'm using Mod Podge for that. I built up several layers up top where like the creek or river, whatever, is running through the canyon. And then for the waterfalls and stuff, I'm working on that. What I did, I got a piece of plexiglass and I just laid real narrow beads of Mod Podge and down just with a few strands of fiber fill in them to give it some, you know, like current look and stuff like that. So I got those, I glue them up against there with Mod Podge. You can see those kind of like little streaks running down and stuff. And behind it, you know, the rocks will show through. There's going to be some, you know, clear areas where you can see behind the waterfall. And then for the base, where all the turbulence is, you know, I just did like I did my previous video, the Blue Squadron X-Wing with the water diorama. I'm doing the same thing with the Mod Podge. Basically what I do is I take and give it a little thin coat of Mod Podge, and then I take some fiber fill and I just stretch it out, you know, till I get it thin enough or thick enough, you know, for whatever texture I want and stuff. Then I lay it on top, and then I just take a brush and dab some Mod Podge over that to get rid of all the fuzzies and all that stuff. You got to kind of keep working it because it tends to, fiber fill sticks to the brush because the Mod Podge is sticky and all that. And you got to keep working it down. You know, if you got a few wisps sticking up, that's okay because it looks like water spray coming up and everything like that. So I'm working on that. That bottom over there where all the, like, you know, the waterfalls hitting the river, that's still wet Mod Podge and stuff. So there will be a lot of clear mixed in there and stuff once it sets up and dries. And then for the river, where I haven't got no current, I did again on my clear piece of plexiglass. I put a real thin layer of Mod Podge, and then I stretched out some fiber fill and all that, and patted it down in there and stuff. So that'll kind of give me, when I'll cut it to fit, but that'll kind of give me my white water look running down into the waterfall and stuff like that. So you can kind of see what I'm doing, how I'm going about it and everything like that. So it's just you know, there's all different ways you can do it and stuff. There's plenty of videos on YouTube that show you how to create water effects, waterfalls. Now, if this was something larger, like when I used to do model railroading, I used to have some pretty big waterfalls, you know, 8, 9, 10 inches tall, dropping down into a canyon with a railroad, with bridge going over the river and stuff. We used to use angel hair for that, for the waterfalls. And when you poured the epoxy over the angel hair and it ran down and started to harden, it looked so realistic and everything. You know, that silky white kind of, you know, the water running down the side of the rocks and everything. But in this case, it's something small. So I'm just, like I said, I'm just doing different things that just come to mind and stuff, you know, to create a realistic looking scene and all that. But that's where I'm at so far and all that. I did a little dry brushing along the edges of the shoreline around the rocks. You know, like when the water hits the bank and everything, you get that little white foamy look and all that kind of stuff. So, but that's what I'm working on and everything. So, hopefully I'll have this finished up and do a video by the end of this week and all that. It's been sitting for a while. A couple of the last few weeks have been pretty hot outside, real high heat indexes, and even with the air conditioning going in the house, you still got that humidity feel to the air. And some of the different mediums and stuff, they just don't want to dry, you know, quick like they should. It takes sometimes it takes a day or two before it actually turns crystal clear and it doesn't have that milky white look. But and that's the case with this. I put on several coats of the Mod Podge and all that, and it's just the last day or two after about a week of sitting that it's actually cleared up and everything, where you can you know, see the rock detail underneath and everything. So, but that's where we're at and everything. And like I said, once this is finished, I'll pop the X-Wing on there, mount that on there, and then I'll do a completed diorama video on it. So, but this gives you a little idea what I'm doing, some of the different things. You know, some of it's just experimenting for the first time. You know, like I said, I'm doing this little deal and all that for the whitewater look on the river or creek, whatever you want to call it and stuff. It is real thin. It's not much thicker than, you know, a couple sheets of paper and stuff and all that. So, but anyway, that's what's going on, and I kind of like that effect. I went real deep with the epoxy and stuff. They say you should only go about 3/8 of an inch. I probably went more like 5/8 or 3/4, but I haven't had any problems where it cracked. They say if you pour it too deep, sometimes it'll tend to get cracks in it. So, but it's not a real big area, so it's thick. And basically, what I did, I just tinted it with some apple barrel moss green, just enough to give it that murky, you know, river water color look and stuff like that. So, but you can see some of the detail that I got in there before I poured the epoxy and all that. And I just kind of took some steel wool and kind of polished the sides up so you could see all that detail and everything in there. So I think that looks pretty tough. Wish they had some little you know, scale size little fish or something. I would have threw a couple fish in there or something or that. But anyway, we're getting away from the thought. So, but anyway, yeah, that's what I'm working on. That's what I got going on. I'm liking the way this one's turning. I think it's going to make a cool looking diorama display and stuff. And can't wait to get her finished up. So I'll be working on this the rest of today as the Mod Podge dries. I'll go on to the, you know, to the next area and stuff and get that going and stuff. So but that's where we're at. So anyway, hope these videos are helpful. Thanks for following along with my builds. Thanks for following my channel. Thanks to all my subscribers. Thanks to all my new subscribers. Thanks for the great comments you guys have been leaving me. Thanks for hitting the like button. I try to get back to every comment as soon as possible. Sometimes it might be late at night. I'm already sleeping, so I'll get back to you guys the next day. I do leave my email in the descriptions on all my videos. That way, if you guys got any questions you don't want to leave on YouTube or something, or you want a better explanation or something, you know, if you want an explanation, sometimes I'll try to do a video to show something, but usually I do my videos after the fact. So, but like I said, any way you want to get a hold of me, it's fine with me and stuff. Like I said, I try to get back to everybody as timely as possible and give the best answers I can, or descriptions or whatever, or how to and on all that. So that's what we got going on. There's a little overhead view of the water, the base, and all that. So yeah, I'm liking the way it's coming out. So till the next time, everybody take care. Have a great rest of the week. If you're in the heat zones, take care, stay cool, don't overdo it out in the heat, and we'll talk to you real soon with another update. Bye.